Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. Return starts at the 3. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. That throw was looking for Kyle Pitts. That's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
I love that. I love that defensively right there. It's about the only thing you can do to the tight ends at this level. You have got to disrupt them. You have got to match their physicality with even more physicality, and it forced an incompletion.
And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up. The Falcons getting ready for the punt. He punted 4 times last week in the win, and his first of this week is away. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
First down now, ball at the 33. Opening carry for Devon Achane. Have him gain up about a handful there. Troy Anderson that time with the tackle.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. That pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
quarterback sack. A loss of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down. 3rd and 12.
Third and long for him here. His first throw is an interception. And the Falcons are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially if it's go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Curve 19, curve 6, Dragon 6.
From the gun, Milrow. Cut down the field. It's Pitts. He's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons parlay the interception into points. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they could score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Achane. And he'll manage 3 there to begin this one. 2nd and 7 coming up.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
They're going play action. That's low and bounces short of his man. First time this game they've looked to him. And that takes them to third down.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down. Throw here, third down. Has him on the quick hitter. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. It's like you always say, right back to work for him. Getting the drive moving like that turnover never happened.
And they weren't going to shy away from letting him do his thing, throwing the football. Mistakes happen in this league and in this game. And you never want to punish a quarterback for making a mistake. You want to see him continue to produce.
And he's taken down at the 30. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Chan, a first down carry. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. They'll throw it. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
Shotgun now on third down. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Carson Schlesinger. And the Falcons will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
Intercepted. The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Atlanta about ready to go now. First and 10. Here's Robinson to start the drive. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's a Falcon first down. What a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. First down, and they go right back to it. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Ready, ready.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
Here we go.
It's a design keeper for Milrow. And that 2nd down run is only going to manage a yard.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
Touchdown, Atlanta! The Falcons pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. It's a 14-7 game. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flying. And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. For the start of quarter number 2. It's Dolphin football as we begin. They'll begin a new drive, 1st and 10. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to set...
Oh, brother, it's another interception. interception. And they're going to drop him to end the return, but this turnover isn't going to stand. We've got flags at the spot right where he picked it off. So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Trying to throw this from the gun. Brought in right side. And he's going to be hit, set out after about a gain of 1, maybe 2 yards there.
That's what they call staring down the gun barrel. You know as a quarterback, you're about to get absolutely blasted. You've got to deliver an accurate throw just like that.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach the 2nd down. Throwing from the gun here. This is caught by Jalen Waddle. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
That's to Waddle again. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd down carry for Achan. He's going to have this one down to the 28. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's going to manage a long yard on that drive up the gut. It was Carson Schlesinger who got over there for the stop.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door, bigger gap in the future. That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. It'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. Short pass brought in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's a money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Here's Achan from the pistol. And 2nd down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you can put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Motioning the tight end now. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this 1st half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Waddle makes the catch. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you got to admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They've jumped the gun a bit. That brings out the flag. There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost them 5 yards. So the false start backs them up. This is 2nd down and 9. 70 Lions. To the left side, it's pulled in by Waddle. And he takes it down to the 2, but no touchdown yet. He's out of bounds.
A 6-yard gain brings up 3rd and goal.
Offense is getting closer, but 2 yards left to figure out. It's 3rd and goal. Now looking to throw. He will take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins parlay the interception into points. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays and have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Starting from the 5. Escapes the defender. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Throwing here, middle row. He's going deep. They connect on the deep shot. They get 40 on the big hitter. And that is good enough for Atlanta. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Okay, break. Here we go. Strike. Ready.
Willow looking to throw. Escapes the pocket. He's running with it. And he's got it down to the 30 before going out.
Well, you don't get the 1st down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Oh, they're on him, and he's dropped again. Now the Falcons trying to get everyone up and set here.
Trap 50. Trap 50.
3rd down.
Ready.
Milrow throwing on 3rd down. He's going deep this time. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons get some late points and the lead.
I know you got to mix your looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with the receiver, with that kind of speed, that is scary. And he just made him pay.
That one right down the middle. And the Falcons break that tie and now lead by 7. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flag. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Pretty good field position awaiting the Dolphins as they head up here, 1st and 10. They'll throw to begin this drive. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
12 yards. It's 2nd down.
So after the sack, quite the situation they find themselves in. Here comes 2nd and 22. Working now from the gun. Higgins downfield, and he has it. And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. That one naps him 33 yards, and a new set of downs, too.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. Hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So it'll be 2nd down. Throwing it again here. Has it downfield working the left. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that is the Dolphins' 1st down. Working inside the red zone. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Falcons might be able to get some points late after the interception.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is first and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Go.
Shotgun now for Milrow. Going deep here for the end zone. And it is knocked away. A shot to the end zone, answered there by a strong defensive effort. Second down. Great play defensively there to just get a hand in there and deny that touchdown.
That's exactly right. Active hands and aggressive mindset. As a DB, you've got to assume that every throw is going to be a touchdown. And you're the last line of defense, the guy that's got to make the play on the ball, and he just did.
His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So they're left facing third and long.
That's just simply one of those situations, Kate, where I think you and I got to tip our cap to the defense. Really took away everybody. There was no outlet, and only an incompletion could be had.
Ready. Buffalo 18. Ready, ready.
Air it out on third. Taking a chance to the end zone. And this is going to be hit by a defender and knocked away. Incomplete as the end zone look comes up empty, Brock. We've got a fourth down decision to make. Punting unit out now. Fielded at the 11. And that return brings us to the end of our first 2 quarters of play. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flight. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up first and 10. Second half begins with a run by AJ. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down. Offensive line fast. Throwing it on second down. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And he brings it back for the pick 6 and the Atlanta touchdown. You get a pick 6, you get a pick 6. These defenses, Brock, wow, they have competed. Seeing who ends up with the best highlight of the game, huh?
Highlight? You're going to call a pick 6 a multiple? Kate.
No, even if it's your defense doing it, come on, B-Rock.
No highlight for a quarterback.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Pretty good field position awaiting the Dolphins as they head up here, first and 10. Running left, here's Achane. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gives you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground, you can throw beyond the sticks, really create some indecision now defensively.
Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down. Throwing off the play fake. Finds a seam down the middle. And they make the tackle at the 38. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. And that right there is about the best you can hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
Man in motion here. Working on first down. That's caught. Devon Achane. And a stop was made, but not until he reaches that 17-yard line. They got 21 yards on the play. And it's going to be first down Miami. zone now. Brought in. And he's going to be just inside the 10 before he goes out.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second and then playbook. Wide open.
Still sticking with the passing game. Completed to his running back. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins shrinking the lead some in the third. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. This return starts at the 5. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Atlanta about ready to go now. First and 10. Here's Robinson up the middle. He's able to manage a couple on that run.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run got him 3. Here's second and 7.
Get it. Let's go.
Another carry for Robinson. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Minka Fitzpatrick in on the stop.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw. You know, Kate, with the game that they put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They move the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that third down.
Turn out of it, man. A little further up past their own 30.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
First and 10 from the 32. Here's A-Chain up the middle. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
That's a pretty good stop on first down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
Big strike here to Moore. He's taken down, but not before he has this all the way to the opposing 40. They get 27 on the play. And that means the Dolphins first down. Double coverage deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is that completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, a big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers at time, running back in the flat.
A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Coming to the line for another first and 10.
Here we go, go!
From the red zone on first. He brings it in. And this is down all the way to the 3. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have first and goal to figure out.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out and gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him. I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Second and goal coming up from the 7.
Tag. 70 Lions.
A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the third quarter. It's Dolphins ball, and they're sort of in comeback mode. They trail to start the fourth. Line of scrimmage once again, that 7-yard line as they get set, second and goal. Pass play coming here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. That one intended for Jalen Waddle. And now it'll be third and goal. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Intercepted in the end zone. And the Falcons take over on his 5th interception of the season.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 6-yard line.
Falcons getting ready. Here comes first and 10. Robinson on the inside give. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be second down.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down.
Come on. Hit. Craft going. Buffalo 18. Ready?
From the gun, Milrow. Gonna let this one fly deep downfield. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, third down coming up. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse.
Just kept going the wrong way, and that's going to cost him. That is a safety. That one is not going to get any easier to watch during film study, Brock. Some chances to go down, but instead opting to keep extending the play. And then all of a sudden, in the end zone for a safety.
Yeah, ultimately, there just comes a time where you've got to understand where you are on the field, right? Hey, I'm trying to make a play. I'm trying to make a play. That's all great in the middle of the field. But when you're in the danger zone like this, and you could give that defense 2 points and energize the other side, you've got to know where you are on the field and just get rid of the ball.
He sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
And bring the tight end left. Second down pass play coming. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's hauled out of bounds as he takes this down to the 30. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it's going to be first down Miami.
Well, things weren't about to end after the first hit or the second. This tight end had a vision for what he wanted to happen after the catch, and he was going to take on all comers to try to make it a reality.
I'll throw it here on first. He's got it near the 8. He's all the way home. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins take a fourth quarter lead. DJ Moore, the touchdown. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while. But that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score.
And he's into the end zone, so that turns out to be a very smart risk. They've got the lead in this fourth quarter. Looks like they're going to happily turn this one down and let the play stand.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Sanders all set to send it away. Has this at the 6. Breaks a tackle. He's still going. And he'll break the 15, but not get much further. Tough field position to start this one out. Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Handoff for Robinson, running right. Still motoring past the 30. And he's finally brought down up at the 48. That one goes for 31 yards and a 1st down when all is said and done.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
One play in, and they are already close to midfield.
Here we go. Set.
1st and 10, around to Robinson. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Ready. Ready.
On 2nd down, Robinson. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
He'll throw it. So the heave knocked away from the intended target. That brings up 4th down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets 2. It could have gone the other way.
And not his best punt here. He drops it several yards into the end zone. That's going to lead to a touchback. Dolphins just about set up here. 1st and 10. It's Achane on the inside give. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
At the 20-yard line.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. To throw. Short pass brought in. And he hits him for a gain of 6. He's up to the 26.
That's not a big completion on the stat sheet. That's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. They motion Waddle over left. Looking to throw. Downfield, this finds Waddle. And he will take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins making a 9-point advantage. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown.
Those front office personnel people love to pair speedy wide receivers and ask their coaches to do just that. Put some play action in there. Let him go run. Because with his speed, that route is a winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Extra point is good by Sanders. And the Dolphins make it a 10-point ball game. So after the play, we have the trainers headed out. Looks like a member of the Dolphins out there is in some discomfort.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Sanders all set to send it away. He'll take this at the 10. He stopped on the run back at the 27.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. No row from the gun. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So second down coming up.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Second and 10. No room to throw. On the move, headed right. That one doesn't find its man. Incomplete.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
All right, one more snap here before our 2-minute warning. Milroe throwing on third down. Trying to push deep downfield. Big game downfield. And he's taken down as he takes this to the 38. Down a couple of scores, but still some time left and 3 timeouts as well. It's first and 10. Throwing here, Milroe. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. Somebody there, and he knocks it away. Couldn't connect for it all on that first down. So back to the drawing board, they go for second.
Well, he went for it all right there. That was a highlight reel waiting to happen if he could connect. So good to get out of the pocket, keep the play alive, but even better defensively to force the incompletion.
Buys time, rolling right. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons make it a 4-point game here in the fourth. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. A second touchdown through the air for him, Brock, and independent of the game situation, we both know he's going to be happy to leave the field with 2 of them in one game.
1 touchdown, you just might be right time, right place, but 2 touchdowns in a game is always about the preparation. The separations and the preparation. It's doing that work on the practice field and knowing before the game that when my number's called, I'm going to be there to deliver.
Set to kick off.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up first and 10. Now they'll hand it off to A-Chain. And they get him for a loss. That's a big one, Brock, and might see them burn a timeout. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. One loss of a yard to begin the drive. Here comes second and 11. They send the tight end in motion. They're going to pass it here. That's incomplete on second down. No luck finding his receiver that time. So now it's going to be third and long.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Gotta cling to that lead and find a way to convert this third down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
Looking to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. T. Higgins, the intended receiver. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. So the Dolphins readying for the punt. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at the 26-yard line.
All right, Miami has its offense set, partner. Here comes first and 10. Now A-Chan. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at second. And they'll have just one left to burn now.
At the 27-yard line.
First play of the drive lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. Second down. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Well, another catch for Waddle. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2. That sets up first and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First and goal at the 2-yard
A touchdown would put this one to bed. A few shots at it here, starting with first and goal.
Go, League, go!
They'll try and punch it in. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
They motion Waddle over left. Quick throw left side, complete. And that should just about do it, folks. They take it in for the touchdown, and that should lock up this win. So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts them up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Dolphins make it a 10-point ball game.
Falcons 35. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Sanders all set to send it away. Return coming from the 6. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Milrow. Trying to push deep downfield. And they took their shots, but unsuccessful on that 1st down throw, swatted away by the defense.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was 1 hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
Milrow throwing again now on 2nd down. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. Couldn't find Kyle Pitts on that throw. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
And this ball's incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that brings up 4th and long.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Desperation time here on 4th. And they get to him and haul him down. What a play, forcing the sack, and that should just about put a bow on this one. So it's a win for the visiting Dolphins. And just a week after being soundly defeated, they're back out there playing a much better brand of football. Short memories prevail, Brock, as they move past that loss and get back to some winning football. So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins, your winners, as we say goodbye from Atlanta.